If you've made it this far into the project, first of all, I want to say thank you and assure you that all of this is very easy. No matter what your skill level is, all you need is a laptop and a printer, and you can make all this stuff and impress your friends. So this is my Batman Night bat suit. It's broken into parts. You can see all of them here, but they're obviously all too small. So let's look at the scale. They're at 20%. What are they scaled to? They're scaled to a 5'10" guy. So if you're exactly 5'10" with a six pack and extremely muscular, and you scale this all up to 100%, it'll fit you perfectly. But that's not realistic ever. So the people who list armor for free and like just put it at full size, that's a poor way to do this. You need to scale these to your body, but I promise it's easy. I'm about to teach you how. Okay. So these are all the parts. First question I get, well, there's only one knee. You need the other one. Okay, that's fine. So let's just do this. So we'll go over here. We'll go copy, paste. Now we've got another one. Right click, mirror across x-axis. Now you've got the second one. Okay, so you have to do that for legs, knees, arms, everything. If I include all the files, each one of these things has like 1.5 million facets. So if I include everything, these files get too large and Maker World boots them. So to create the opposite side, see how they're different, you just copy, paste, mirror across x-axis or y or z, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's how you do that. Next question. How do I scale it to my own body? Let's do the helmet, okay? So let's take a look at it. So what percentage is it at again? It's at 20%, okay? So how do we scale it? We go underneath here. Well, first of all, we print cosplay calipers, okay? So I have a pair of cosplay calipers. They're right here. This is me. This is me measuring my head, okay? So you have to print these first and foremost. So once you have that, then you need to get the dimensions off of your own body, okay? So let's look at it here. So let's do on this digital scale, let's go measure, and we'll go here to here, okay, and see how long it is. It's about 28 millimeters, okay? So that's never going to fit anybody. So let's say you measured your head and it was 150. So go to any calculator. I just use my iPhone and I just hit the button on the side and I say, what percentage of 28.8 is 150? 520, okay? So, but the problem is we need a 520% of this existing model. So what's 520% of 20%? That's the question. What is 520% of 20%? 104. Okay, so we'll scale this up to 104 and keep uniform scaling on. Okay, and then we'll pull it up. Right. Okay, so now it's on the bed. You can see it's already falling off. We'll talk about that in a minute. So now we've got the side to side dimensions, right? Correct. Okay, but what about this one? What about front to back? So what do? Same process. We go here, measure, front to back, 185, take our cosplay calipers, measure front to back. Again, what percentage of 185 is, let's say yours was 200. What percentage of 185 is 200? Get that math. But the trick here is you need to turn off uniform scaling, okay? So turn that off, and now you can make changes. Excuse me. Grab the corner, not the edge or the side. So now you can make changes in one dimension, okay? So we have this dimension, then you grab this dimension, and I would also recommend messing with the height if you need to, okay? So now let's just say, for instance, this is the size you need and the size you want, but just like everything else, it falls off the bed, which is a problem, okay? So you can't print this as a whole. You have to slice it up. The nose is falling off, so that's good. Okay, so you can see falling objects laid outside the bed. So what do? So we have to slice it, okay? So we go here, we go slice. Now this is on you. So you have to find good areas to where this is going to slice properly. I don't really like to go through eyes. I like solid pieces. So let's just say, for instance, I do this. You can add connectors if you want, but these are only 5 millimeters thick. Connectors are very difficult to fit in there, so I never use connectors. I'll tell you how to connect them in a minute. So now we've got two pieces that look about right. Oops, don't do that. I like that. So now we're going to place on cut so we get a nice flat surface. You don't have to. You can keep it oriented the way it is. And then we're going to perform cut. Okay, so now we've got two halves, right? This thing was flipped on its end, and this one is still sitting flat fine. This one I think is okay. Does this work? Yep, that fits on the bed. But this one, unfortunately, still doesn't, right? The nose is still sticking out the front. So we'll slice this one. Go like this. Rotate it 90 degrees. That looks fine. Place on cut, perform cut. Okay? And then we'll just drop another bed down real quick. And we'll move these in. And now we're good. So now we have a helmet that fits your head and can fit on all the beds. Now, how do you connect them? You can try to use glue, but glue is not great. What I use is this tool. It's called a plastic welder. They use it in auto body, in the machine shops. And you can see that it's got these little plastic heated staples that you can sink into the print itself, and it'll connect. And I know it looks janky, but I promise you that's the exact one I've been using for over 2 years, and it works amazing. So now we know how to duplicate and move things across. We know how to scale. We know how to slice. We know how to assemble. So you should be good to go. And again, you just have to do that with everything. The chest plate, scale it up. The leg, again, this one, copy paste, right click, mirror across x-axis. Now you've got that, right? Okay, so you have everything you need. This is very, very simple stuff. Print it in one color, paint it, do post-processing afterwards. So I hope this was educational. If you need any help or if you have any more questions, please reach out to me. I appreciate it, and good luck.